Welcome to Provo, Utah. We've got a good one tonight. Timpview and Maple Mountain in what can be named an elimination game in the race for the region title for Maple Mountain.
Yeah, partner. And I mean, last week Timpview asserting themselves, taking down Wasatch 41-14. Staying undefeated in region, while Maple Mountain sports a 7-1 record, looking to even things out going into next week against their final opponent.
That offensive Timpview has been something in region play. In each of the 3 weeks, they've scored over 40 points.
I mean, what else can you say? Between the Pula brothers, Rasmussen, the quarterback, you got Ambrosio, another wide receiver in there. I mean, they've got weapons all around. It's going to be a tough task for Maple Mountain to stop them tonight.
And something that we have omitted to say earlier in the season, Ambrosio, a 3-star recruit, committed to Nevada. So they've got college talent all over that offense.
And in case any of you have missed it, not only did Ambrosio commit to Nevada, they also have 2 recruits, the Pula twins, Jaron and Keelan. They both have offers from Alabama. If that does not tell you how good they are, then I don't know what else can.
Honestly, and the scary thing is they're just juniors. They're back next year. 2 twins that have committed to UCLA, but that Alabama offer says everything about the quality of talent on this roster.
Exactly. And another thing I think is really underrated on this Timpview team is their offensive line. They have 4 seniors on that offensive line. Their left tackle, left guard, center, and right guard are all seniors. Just the amount of time, the amount of snaps that they have put in against each other has led for this offense to be as potent as it is throughout the air and on the ground.
An offense that has been virtually unstoppable. However, this week, we'll get Maple Mountain with the ball first. Timpview in the white helmet, black uniforms that we've seen for the second time this year.
Yeah, looks like they're sporting the blackout again this year. Maple Mountain, of course, in their white away uniforms, black helmets.
We've got a good one. 7-1 Maple Mountain set to receive the kick from what could be labeled the state champion favorite in the 5A ranks, Timpview Thunderbirds.
Exactly. And I mean, what else can we say as we get ready for kickoff here, as Timpview looks to kick off for Maple Mountain to receive.
Kicker signals. And we are underway on a short kick fielded at the 11. Maple Mountain running it out to the right, cutting back over the middle. Stumbles and escapes, running back to the right, and ultimately corralled at the 23.
And I mean, Maple Mountain quite nearly broke that one. If there's one thing that we remember from early on in the season in the game against Skyridge, Timpview did give up a kickoff return for a touchdown. So their special teams, at least their special teams coverage may have not been the greatest there, but at least they were able to get him down there as Maple Mountain looks to start the offense.
And following that game, Timpview's special teams has been lights out, scoring 2 punt return touchdowns in as many weeks earlier on in the year.
Exactly.
So Maple Mountain set to start us off 1st and 10. Handoff faked and corralled in the backfield is quarterback. He'll go down for a loss.
That was number 90 for Timpview on the tackle. Just great awareness. Saw the quarterback keep the ball there. Was able to track him down for a loss there. Number 90 for Timpview, that is Sam Hepworth.
Mason Jensen, the quarterback keeper there, that went for -3 yards. Sending trips out to the left, single wide out right. He's got a running back on his right hip. 2nd and 13. Calls for the snap, looking downfield under pressure, and he'll go down.
And that's
a sack.
Great play there. Partner, I want you to watch this replay here, because if there's one great thing that the defense did, I want you to watch. They drop one of their defensive ends, and they bring a linebacker on a blitz. It's only a 4-man rush here, but the offensive line is unable to pick up the defensive lineman coming in, and number 3 gets in there for the sack.
So the play not developing quick enough. Timpview's defense asserting itself early here in the first 2 plays, both of them going for loss. It's 3rd and nearly impossible. 24 yards to go for Maple Mountain.
Early test for Maple Mountain here, and that was Keenan Pula, the star wide receiver as well on defense with the sack.
So handoff up the middle. It's going for some yards. That's about 13, 14 yards. That'll gain them to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and 10, punt unit coming on. 10-15 to go in the first quarter.
And I mean, just a great defensive series here for Timpview early on. They got Maple Mountain behind the chains early on with a tackle for loss, a sack. And so Maple Mountain essentially conceded on this drive just to get a little bit better position for the punting.
So early 3 and out. Timpview set to receive the punt. They've returned multiple for touchdowns. It's a shank line drive. That will be downed at the Timpview 43. That did not look good.
That came off of the punter a little bit funky. I don't know if he just caught it on the side of his foot or something, but luckily they did get a nice bounce from the ball, friendly bounce that did push him into Timpview territory.
So overall not a bad punt, but did not look pretty originally as Rasmussen and company comes out with this potent Timpview offense.
And with this position, look for them to take a shot early, whether it's to one of the Pula brothers. You could also be looking here for Ambrosio, the new Nevada commit.
Let's not forget about those running backs who have been dangerous thus far as they hand off to the right side for about 6 yards.
And just a good early run. You see the difference early on from Timpview and Maple Mountain. You start with the run to get the yardage so that you're not behind the sticks. Because just as we saw with Maple Mountain, as soon as you get behind the sticks, it puts you out of schedule, and then they take the sack. So in this case, great job by Timpview to get those 6 yards early on.
So 2nd and 4 after Anston on the carry, I believe. It's Sokai Anston on that. As Rasmussen empty set in the backfield, calls for the snap, looking downfield. He'll take off and dump it off short to one of the Pula twins, and that should be good for a first down.
That is Jaron Pula early on, just one of his safety nets. Short gain here, but I just want to point out here, great protection from the offensive line. At the end of the day, Rasmussen did roll out to make that pass, but he wasn't necessarily under any big pressure there to make that throw.
So offensive line holding up early. 2 plays for a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 46 in Maple Mountain territory. Timpview tries to get him on the hard count, and flags do fly. It'll be encroachment, making this a little easier to get that next first down.
Just a great hard count there from Rasmussen. He got 2 people offsides on that hard count, but also great discipline by his offensive line to not move. Whenever you do the hard count, it's so easy for one of your linemen to jump and push you back. Great discipline there to get the defense to jump instead.
Something they've done well all year long was really evident early on when they did it to Lone Peak and got them maybe 5 or 6 times in that game.
Exactly.
They've been doing this all year long. Look for that to continue tonight. So 1st and 5 from the 41. Empty backfield for Rasmussen. He'll take a look downfield under pressure, rolling out to his right. He's dangerous with his legs on the scramble. He'll get out of bounds after collecting a first down.
And I just want to point out here, great pressure from Maple Mountain's defensive lineman. That was number 67 on the pressure. He did a phenomenal job of just breaking through. He had a double team by the left guard and the center, pushed Rasmussen out of the pocket, forcing Rasmussen to get some yards with his legs.
Something that Rasmussen is able to do, he's shown multiple times this year, he is a dual threat. They need to be able to contain him, keep him in the pocket. Great pressure, but those ends really let them down as they let him escape. As he'll keep it up the middle and get maybe 1.
And that right there is the best defensive play we've seen from Maple Mountain so far. They read the option very quickly, got to Rasmussen early on, and were able to tackle him for a very short gain. It looks like about a gain of yard there. That was number 33 on the tackle for Maple Mountain. Zach Russ, number 34.
So, 2nd and 8. 8:19 to go in the ball game, in the first quarter of the ball game. 0s on the scoreboard. Rasmussen looks and fires over the middle, broken up. That's number 7 from Maple Mountain, Eli Maunga.
Eli Mauga. And that was the first time Maple Mountain brought the blitz on that offensive line. So it was one-on-ones across the field. Rasmussen felt the pressure early on. He had to get the ball out, threw it. Great coverage by Mauga there to force the incomplete pass. 3rd down upcoming for this Timpview offense.
So 3rd and 8. 3rd and long situation here for Timpview. First one of the night. They have faced empty backfield for Rasmussen. 4 wideouts to the left and a single wideout right, as he'll take a snap and dump it off to Jaron Pula, who's going to get stopped for a loss of 1, bringing up 4th and 9.
Again, great response by the Maple Mountain defense there. They read the play early on, a quick wide receiver screen. They knew what was coming. They went in for the tackle as multiple defenders. It wasn't just one man, brought him down, and we'll see what Timpview does here. They do like to go for it on 4th down as Rasmussen and the offense stay out on the field.
So it's 4th and long. Timpview coach is trusting that strong arm of Carson Rasmussen here, 4th and 9. Maybe just trying to draw him off sides, get a better field goal on a hard count, maybe. We'll see if they run it. And they do snap it. Looking downfield is Rasmussen, throwing over the middle into triple coverage, picked off.
Oh, what a play. Number 44 by Maple Mountain. That was Easton Kojima on the interception there. He was reading Rasmussen's eyes the whole way as Rasmussen threw it into that triple coverage there. Just a great play by Maple Mountain, and a great stand as well, too, after the offense put them in a tough position early on.
So, second possession here for Mason Jensen and his Maple Mountain Golden Eagle offense. 7:11 to go in the first quarter. Zeros after Rasmussen throws that pick on 4th down. 1st and 10 from the 27. Offense getting set. Jensen will take the snap and hand it off for no gain.
It's number 13 on the defense there for Timpview. Just met him in the gap. Nowhere for the running back to go.
Flags on the field. That was Eli Mauga, player who plays both ways for Maple Mountain.
I mean,
on the carry there.
Very common in high school there, so just obviously shows great athleticism for Mauga there, but we'll see what the flag is.
A hold on the offense. That will back them up for the second time in as many drives. They're behind the sticks.
Once again, behind the sticks. Look for Timpview to be aggressive here. The last time they got put behind the sticks, they brought Pula on the off linebacker blitz, and he got home. So look for them to bring some kind of pressure here, either on 1st or 2nd down, to put Maple Mountain in an even tougher position.
So penalty was declined. Timpview coaches happy with a 2nd and 10 versus a 1st and 20. Jensen with the running back to his left takes the snap and fakes the handoff under pressure, dumps it off on the screen, and he's got room out to the 40-yard line. 1st down for Timpview.
Number 15 there for Maple Mountain. That was Sawyer Leifson. And what is the best play to use against the pressure? A screen pass, which is exactly what Maple Mountain did. They threw the pass right into the blitz, over the head of the blitzing linebacker, got space. Great play for them. Great way to get their 1st down. And now it's time for Maple Mountain to respond.
So 1st and 10 from the 40. Maple Mountain getting comfortable in this offense. 6:19 to go in the first quarter. Man in motion. And a quick screen pass out to the right is bottled up for a loss of 6.
And right there, Timpview again aggressive on the ball. First it was number 25, Tamani Tella on the initial hit. Then Mocassini came in for the cleanup duty. And the initial hit probably would have brought him down for no gain. Instead, they end up losing 6, or near 5 yards, excuse me.
So seeing from that first drive some adjustments made when dropping back to pass. Jensen was under pressure, didn't have enough time, so they're trying some quick screens to make him comfortable.
Exactly. You have to slow down the pass rush.
2nd and 15. That last screen pass did not go well. It's a handoff up the middle. That'll go for about 5 yards, bringing up 3rd and 10.
And once again, you go for the run on 2nd down, make it a little bit more manageable on 3rd down for you. Maple Mountain, this is, again, a tough position. They got put behind the sticks. They're going to have to look to see if they can convert on this 3rd and long. Look for Timpview to be aggressive once again. Get the hands out of the quarterback's ball. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, or see if they can force a turnover or just some kind of incomplete pass.
That was Mauga on the carry again for 5 yards as we've got 3rd and 10 from the 40. Jensen with Mauga on his left hip. Trips to the left, single wide out right. He'll take a drop and fakes the throw over the middle, scrambling out to his right, throwing it deep, and it's caught inbounds.
What a catch, what a throw from the Jensen to Max Stonebreaker of Maple Mountain. Jensen did a phenomenal job of extending the play there. He didn't see anything initially while he was in the pocket, so he rolls out, rolls the coverage to the right, and then he makes the great across-the-body throw to Stonebreaker, puts them in position once again now as they drive into Timpview territory.
So 1st and 10 from the 35 after a 25-yard throw on the run from Jensen to Stonebreaker. He'll take the snap, fake the handoff, fire it over the middle, and it's caught for another first down, gain of 11. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 24,
and
23-yard line.
Is cooking now as they run a quick RPO here, quick slant to the wide receiver, number 29. They have Timpview on their heels. They're just going quick. They're keeping Timpview on their toes. They can't get to the quarterback with their pass rush just because they're going with these quick passes, quick runs.
So great adjustments made on the play calling after that first drive that went nowhere. Maple Mountain driving in Timpview territory on the verge of the red zone as they hand it off up to the left for a short gain of about 4.
Bringing up second down there, and here's the thing, 4 yards is a great gain on first down. You get 4 yards on each play, first, second, and third. You got to settle for first down. Maple Mountain, as you've mentioned, partner, they've made the adjustments on this aggressive Timpview defense. Now it's time for Timpview to respond. How do you respond to a quick offense? You got to bring your men up to the line of scrimmage. It's going to leave you a little bit more vulnerable to the passes over the top, but when you're here deep in the red zone, that's less of a concern.
So 2nd and medium in the red zone. Maple Mountain sends a man in motion. Fakes the handoff, under pressure, scrambling and diving forward for 1 yard, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 3rd and medium.
Great job with the coverage there. They were looking for a great job by Timpview on the coverage. They were looking for another quick strike, make it a little bit more manageable third down. All their men stayed home in defense, and then great job by the linebackers, keeping their eyes on Jensen. Jensen is clearly a very mobile quarterback, very good with his legs. Kept him near the line of scrimmage for a short gain.
Timpview crowd coming alive on 3rd down, trying to inspire the defense to get a stop deep in their own territory. Big 3rd down in the first quarter here on a 0-0 ball game. Rolling to the right is Jensen, throwing on the run. It is picked off!
What a play by Timpview there. I mean, I thought that was incomplete, partner, but number 26, Braxton Wilkerson on the interception, the junior corner and wide receiver. I mean, partner, let's see if we can get this replay on here because that was just absolutely outstanding by this. So Jensen is going to look to his right immediately, and Wilkerson is going to stay on his man, dives at the last second for the interception, comes up with the ball. That is best case scenario in the red zone there.
So both quarterbacks have now thrown a pick as Timpview takes over on offense, 1st and 10 from the 14 after a great defensive play, giving them the ball back. Much needed momentum shift early on in this game, as Rasmussen will keep it up the middle for a 1-yard gain.
And once again, Maple Mountain's defense is on a short clock here, as you know, they went from potentially being a score up to now having to go right back out there on defense after the turnover. Great job on first down to hold them to a short gain. Look for Maple Mountain to be a little bit more aggressive here as they have Timpview backed up against their own goal line.
And how great has Braxton Wilkerson been on the defense this year? Multiple picks, has had defensive scores.
He has been textbook cornerback play, what you would want out of a corner.
Rasmussen looking out to his right. He'll throw it long as a flag flies. Short pass across the field to Jaron Pula.
See what the flag is here. But right now, Maple Mountain, they are playing really good defense. They're not giving up anything deep. They're forcing Rasmussen in this Timpview offense to play slowly, which is not typically how they play offense. They like to go fast. They like their big plays. But what we've seen Maple Mountain do is they're forcing them to beat them short with the runs, the short passing game.
It's like you said, this is a big play offense that has been held in check the first 10 minutes of this game.
I mean, I can't tell you if there's been any other games this year that Timpview, almost 10 minutes into the game, hasn't had any points.
It might be only that first game against Skyridge, but even then, they did score quickly in that game.
They did score quickly as well.
This has been the longest that Timpview has gone without a score in a game, which is impressive.
That is credit to Maple Mountain and their defense. Looks like an illegal man downfield on the offense there. Going to back them up on second down here.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 14. Excuse me, 2nd and 15 from the 10.
Look for Maple Mountain once again to be aggressive here with the offense backed up on the goal line.
Rasmussen takes the snap. Quarterback keeper up the middle. He's got space. He'll get to the 20. That'll bring up a manageable third down.
I mean, what a play call by the coordinator there. They knew they were backed up on the goal line, so you empty out your backfield, you call a quarterback draw. Rasmussen does a great job of getting through the hole. Great blocking by the offensive line as well. And now they make this a much more manageable 3rd and about 4.
Emptying out that backfield cleared the linebackers out, opening up the middle for him. He took advantage, bringing up 3rd and 3. Anston on Rasmussen's right hip. Pula the single wide out to his right, and he's got trips to the left.
It's like man coverage across the board here.
It'll be a handoff to Anston. He breaks free out to the secondary. That's an easy first down out to the 32.
And what a play by the running back there, Anston. And this is exactly what we were talking about. Maple Mountain is going to try to force you to beat you on the ground, short passes, short gains. And if Timpview's offensive line can continue to dominate, you saw again, in man coverage across the board, they had 2 deep safeties. That means the middle of the field was wide open once again.
Maybe later on in this game, this running game, if it keeps up, opens up the big pass play that Timpview is known for, as handoff to Anston again. Just manages to get out of the backfield and gets upfield for 3 yards. Great vision.
Great vision there by Anston. But I also want to point out the linebacker, number 8 for Maple Mountain, was in the backfield nearly immediately. He affected that run, forcing Anston to go back to the inside. That was Jag Ione. Excuse me if I'm butchering that name there. Did a great job. He is a sophomore out of Maple Mountain there, as second down upcoming here.
2nd and 6. Empty backfield for Rasmussen. Looking to his left, under pressure, rolls out right, and he'll take off, and he'll get the first down and more. Bouncing off tacklers.
Takes a shot there, and we see that Timpview absolutely loves to run the empty formation. Number 1, as a big play offense, it's a very common formation, but also, if there's nothing in the pass game, it allows Rasmussen to break the pocket and go for these big gains. We see that Maple Mountain, they like to stay in their man coverage, but that leaves them vulnerable to when the quarterback gets out of the pocket.
And it's like we said earlier in the game, Carson Rasmussen, very much a dual threat quarterback. If you don't contain him, he will make you pay with his legs.
Exactly.
So 10 seconds left in this first quarter. Zeros for both teams on the scoreboard. Timpview in Maple Mountain Golden Eagle territory. Rasmussen looking downfield, fires to the right. That's Jaron Pula out to the 30. That's a first down gain of 13 yards.
Great throw there by Rasmussen to Pula, taking what the defense is giving you there. The DBs, after getting burned there, they had to push back a little bit so that Rasmussen didn't burn them with their legs, but you're giving up that cushion to the wide receivers. Rasmussen takes advantage, throws a nice quick curl route to Pula, gets the quick first down.
So passing game starting to get going for Timpview after struggling early. Rasmussen getting comfortable with his favorite target, Jaron Pula, out to that right side, that short right side. He loves going to him.
Once again, DB pushed up on Pula there. Man coverage across the board for this defense.
Rasmussen will hand it off. Out to the right. He breaks free and just can't stay in bounds as we get to the end of the first quarter. It'll be first and goal.
What an absolute play. If number 32 for Maple Mountain does not make that push there, he would be in the number 12 for Timpview would be in the end zone right now.
That is Chavis Gregory on the carry there.
Chavis Gregory on the carry. And as we go into the second quarter, we will be right back with you.
Arrive in style in a great fitting suit from Mr. Mac. We feature quality designer brands like Calvin Klein, Michael Kors, Ralph Lauren, and Talia, with styles to suit every man and every occasion. We ensure a perfect fit, offering fast, free alterations by expert tailors at all 9 Mr. Mac stores. Arrive in style with Mr. Mac, serving Utah for over 50 years.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Provo, Utah, Timpview High School here as we go into the second quarter. I'd like to take you with us on this last play of the first quarter as Chavis Gregory did a phenomenal job of putting Timpview into position for scoring here as he broke a couple tackles on the sideline, tightrope the sideline as well to put them inside the 20-yard line as Maple Mountain is backed up on their goal line now.
So something we didn't catch at the end there, the referees did rule that he stepped out of bounds before breaking free. He did get the first down yardage, but it won't be first and goal. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Man in motion for Timpview. Handoff to Gregory, bottled up in the backfield for a loss.
Number 8 and number 34 on the defense for Maple Mountain. That is Jag Ione along with Tiger Hakes, the linebacker. Met him in the backfield, did a phenomenal job, tackle for loss, and now it's Timpview's time to be behind the sticks here as we bring up 2nd and long.
2nd and long from the 20. 0-0 ball game. And there's the hard count, catching Maple Mountain again. We told you to look out for it. There it is again.
And that is a Timpview signature at this point. Great job of getting the yards back that you lost in the penalty, plus a little bit additional there. Gives you a little bit extra breathing room there as you get those 5 yards.
Something that Timpview is doing to try to take advantage of what seems to be an aggressive defensive front from Maple Mountain early on after those big plays, trying that hard count to getting them on that momentum that they have, and it swings right back to Timpview.
Exactly. 2nd and 8 upcoming here.
Chavis Gregory, the running back, in the backfield with Rasmussen. As Rasmussen will get the quarterback keeper up the middle, making moves into the end zone. Touchdown, Thunderbirds.
And what a run by Rasmussen there. And I want to point out, as soon as we get the replay up here, take a look at the block from Chavis Gregory to make this happen. Chavis Gregory leads the way through the gap here, and he will make the most important block here, taking out the linebacker right there. And that gives Rasmussen the space that he needs to make everyone else miss to get into the end zone.
So Rasmussen not able to do it through the air as much tonight, but the legs are there, making them pay countless times on that drive. Multiple first down runs, and then ultimately the touchdown run as the PAT is up, and it is good, making it 7-0 here in Provo, Utah for the Timpview Thunderbirds over the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles.
Exactly. And I mean, partner, let's go back and look at this touchdown one more time. I also want you to look at the wide receivers and how well they did in holding their blocks as well. This Timpview team is all in. Watch how all the wide receivers hold their position as well. That was also an O-lineman downfield, excuse me. But as we mentioned already, Rasmussen is deadly with his legs, making Maple Mountain pay, whether it's on a called designed run or even if it's just breaking the pocket.
So we're set for kickoff. Maple Mountain getting ready to receive, hoping to answer that score. Offense looked good on that last drive for Maple Mountain until that pick on 3rd down.
Exactly. Look for them to continue the way they were playing, though. They were going quick. They were putting Timpview's defense on their heels. Timpview's a very aggressive defense. Watch for more screen passes, whether it's a running back screen, a wide receiver screen. Look for quick RPOs, anything to keep Timpview from getting to the quarterback.
The kick is sent short. It'll be received at the 3. Maple Mountain running it up the middle. Bouncing around. He'll break it out to the right. He's got room and ultimately will be bottled up at the 26-27 yard line. It looked for a second like he had some space.
Exactly, and we've already seen on both kickoff returns for Maple Mountain some missed tackles by Timpview, allowing them to extend the kickoff, trying to get the edge. That's a dangerous game to be playing. Timpview special teams coverage is going to have to hone in on their tackling because eventually Maple Mountain is going to break one of those.
Exactly. As it's 1st and 10, Mason Jensen will bring his offense back out on the field. Starting this one at the 27. 73 yards to go till 7 for them. Takes a snap and pitches to Mauga out to the left, who will cut it back inside for a couple.
met by a horde of Timpview defenders there in the middle for a short gain. Great job by that defensive line to push the offensive line back into the running back there, not giving up a lot of distance between the, in the running lanes there, keeping them to that short gain.
So good discipline there on the defensive line and linebackers for Timpview, plugging up all the holes.
Exactly.
Bringing up 2nd and 7. Jensen takes a snap, looking to his left, under pressure, rolling left, and throws. It's caught. It'll be a first down gain. That's Derek Morehouse on the
play
catch.
by Jensen there. I'll be honest with you, partner. To me, it looked like Jensen was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it. Hard to look at that again without replay. But I will say this, great job by Jensen. Timpview sent a 6-man blitz there. They left all their corners and safeties in man coverage. Did a great job of breaking the blitz there, breaking contain, finding his man for the first down.
So set up at the 40-yard line. 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Down 7. Golden Eagles send a man in motion. Jensen under pressure, dumps it off to Mauga, who just stumbles after the catch. Nothing going there, loss of 6.
And once again, as we mentioned, Timpview, very aggressive defense. They sent another 5-man pressure. That was Mocassini who got into Jensen's face, forcing that fourth throw, forcing Mauga to go down before he could. And once again, Maple Mountain behind the sticks.
That did not look like a designed screen. It just looked like that Timpview defense got through early and just kind of an emergency dump off that did not go well.
Exactly. And Mocassini for Timpview is actually a BYU commit already, so you know he has the skills to disrupt this offense for Maple Mountain.
Jensen facing a 2nd and 16 handoff to Mauga, who's met at the line and dropped, bringing up 3rd and very, very long.
That was number 13 for Timpview there on the tackle. Met him there in the backfield. Credit to Latoa Lessa. The free safety came up in the box to make that play. Once again, forcing a 3rd and long for this Maple Mountain offense.
Timpview crowd getting ready and hyped up, trying to get another 3rd down stop. Maybe get the ball back.
Don't be surprised if Timpview sends another pressure here. They like to get the ball out early for these quarterbacks, force them into short gains.
Trips to the left, single wide out right. Jensen takes the snap, looking to his left, rolling left, nearly sacked, avoiding another tackle, and will just take off. Got room up the middle. Ultimately stopped 4 yards short, but a great evasive
great use of legs by Jensen there. I mean, we're over here talking about Rasmussen's legs. How about Jensen using his legs to make it a more manageable 4th down? They are going to send out the punt unit here, but they make it a much better punting position for their special teams here. Try to pin them deep.
4th and 5 here as Maple Mountain is playing the field position game. And Keenan Pula, who has returned a punt for a touchdown earlier this year, is back deep to receive around the 25-yard line. The punt is high and deep. It will bounce in down to the 9-yard line. Good punt as a flag flies on the near sideline.
That was a great punt by number 15 there on Maple Mountain, pinning Timpview deep. We'll wait to see what the flag is here. Wasn't sure. It looks like it may be holding on the receiving team, but we'll wait to get the official word from the refs. But that is exactly the type of punt that Maple Mountain needed to pin that Timpview offense deep. Let the defense be aggressive, see if they can either get a turnover or force them into a long situation for this Timpview offense.
Something we missed, there was a flag in the backfield of that punt. But like you're saying, underrated part of that punt is that not only was it long, it was high, giving that Maple Mountain coverage team time to get down the field, making it so that a dangerous Keenan Pula could not return it.
Exactly. And we're just awaiting word on the referees here to see exactly what the call is.
Timpview seems ready to go. They're all set up, but we're awaiting as the 4 referees are in conversation at midfield, trying to sort out what seems to be 2 penalties.
Could potentially be a penalty on both teams, and if that's true, they may have to replay the down.
Referees still in discussion down there, as we've got 7 minutes, 28 seconds to go till halftime. Timpview, as it stands right now, has the ball, up 7-0.
Interested to see what the call here would be. I mean, the refs are taking their time on this. So either someone didn't see something, someone saw something. Oh, and it looks like they're breaking the huddle here. We'll see what it is.
Maybe. Here we go.
And just like that, a replay of down for both teams on 4th down. And so, in case you didn't hear that, that was an unnecessary roughness on Maple Mountain. Didn't quite see what happened there, and then it was an illegal block in the back on Timpview. So those 2 penalties will offset, forcing a 4th down again. Look for the punter for Maple Mountain. We're gonna need another good punt Maple Mountain. Jesus Lopez, Sawyer Lyson, who also caught a screen pass earlier. Look for him to get another good punt off here to try to pin Timpview deep.
So here we go again, 4th and 5 from the 45-yard line. Maple Mountain will send it deep again. This one more of a line drive. Pula will field it at the 20, running out to his left. Corralled at the 26-yard line. Not much of a return.
I mean, and if you're Timpview, that's got to be a win for you. Just on a second punt, you've gained about 15 yards of position. Rather than being pinned inside your own 10, you're starting outside of your own 25-yard line. Here we come again with this Timpview offense. Maple Mountain's defense looking to get another stop.
We'll see if that offsetting penalty comes back to bite Maple Mountain. As Timpview, like you said, that potent offense set up again. Rasmussen in the shotgun formation. Sending a man in motion. He'll take the snap and look out to the left. Whistles.
Early
blow.
Penalty. False start looks to be on the offense here. Going to push them back here.
First actual penalty on Timpview that wasn't offset.
Yeah, first unforced penalty on Timpview here. Good position here for Maple Mountain. This is their opportunity to force a quick 3 and out, get the ball back to their offense so that they can try to drive and and tie this game.
It'll be 1st and 15 from the 23.
And Maple Mountain, a big fan of man coverage here. So once again, they have to keep an eye on Rasmussen because if there's no one to throw it to, he will burn you with his legs.
So like you said, it's an underrated thing of the night. It's impressive to have corners that can cover both the Pula twins and Ambroso as Rasmussen fires over the middle. It's caught at the 39-yard line.
And speaking of Ambrosio, there he is right there on the 1st down catch by Timpview. Great job once again on that Timpview offensive line. Rasmussen had all day back there to throw. Took his time scanning the field, found Ambrosio for the 1st down. 1st and 15, no problem for this Timpview offense.
I mean, how many offenses in the state of Utah can say they have 3 future college wide receivers?
Not just college, but Division I college wide receivers.
2 of them Power 4 going to the Big Ten in UCLA. That's the Pula twins. As Rasmussen will do a backwards pass to Anston, who's a backup quarterback, firing deep to Ambroso. Flag flies. It's a pass interference on the defense.
And I mean, I want to point out something here. I wish we could get the whole play here, but more than anything, Timpview's offensive line actually missed the block early on. Anston nearly got taken down in the backfield, but he did a great job of avoiding the first rusher. He did a great job of just getting the ball off. The ball was underthrown, and unfortunately for Maple Mountain's defensive back, did not turn his head, did not locate the ball, forcing that pass interference.
Ultimately, after what seemed like a disastrous, secondary there, I would call that a win. If he doesn't make a pass interference there, it's probably going for a touchdown.
That is possible. That is true. Still a tough break for Timpview when you had a chance to tackle Anston in the backfield.
Something that we haven't mentioned about Anston tonight. Like I said during that play, backup quarterback, it's a great weapon on those trick plays. Not only does he have the elusiveness of a running back, but he's got the arm of a quarterback.
Exactly, and the defense doesn't know what he's in there for. He's already caught a screen pass this game.
As handoff to Gregory, breaks free into the second level, out to the 28-yard line. That's a gain of 15 plus.
Once again, that Timpview offensive line is just chugging. It is absolutely enforcing their will on that Maple Mountain defensive line. At this point, Maple Mountain is getting shredded by the run, whether it's by Rasmussen or even Chavis or Anston. they are absolutely imposing their will thanks to this offensive line.
The ground game, the source of the offense early for Timpview. Rasmussen will hand off. Running to the left is Gregory. He breaks free. He's going to roll in for a touchdown. 27-yard run.
I mean, partner, is there anything else we can say? This ground game has become the lifeline of this Timpview offense early on in this game. They have absolutely enforced their will on this defense. As we take another look, or excuse me, we'll go right after this kickoff here, or excuse me, after this extra point. But I want you just... The number 9 player, number 9 for Maple Mountain, had a shot in the backfield. Seth Froff, if I'm saying that correctly, the senior defensive end. He had a shot at Chavis in the backfield there, unable to bring him down. It was smooth sailing for Chavis for the rest of the run there.
Great blocking by the line, but not only the receivers had the corners locked up. As he rolled in for a 27-yard touchdown, the PAT is up, and it is good, making it 14-0. 6 minutes, 4 seconds to go in the second quarter. We'll be right back with more.
Welcome back to Provo, Utah. Ladies and gentlemen, Timpview leading 14-0.
We're set for kickoff. Maple Mountain needs to answer with points here. If they don't, things could go Timpview's way in a hurry. We've seen it multiple times this year.
You know, as soon as Timpview starts scoring, they will score in droves. I mean, that's 2 touchdowns on back-to-back drives after being held scoreless on their first 2 drives.
For those of you just joining us, Timpview has scored 40 points in every game of region play thus far. 14 early on here in this one, as a line drive kick is fielded at the 5 after fumbling around. He'll go up the middle. Breaking tackles out to the 30. We thought he was going to be brought down probably at a 15-yard line.
Closer, yeah, closer, but underneath the 20. But once again, Timpview special teams missing a lot of tackles. Partner, let's go back to this last touchdown here, though, by Chavis. As we mentioned, watch the blocking. Watch number 9 for Maple Mountain. Crow, he had a shot in the backfield here. Right there, just could not bring him down. Chavis, number 21, also on the blocking, and that was an easy walk-in touchdown for Chavis.
So, Mason Jensen needs to answer with this offense for Maple Mountain to get back in this one. Momentum has gone all Timpview. Set up at the 30-yard line. Jensen looking left, rolls out left, firing deep, it's caught, and he makes moves out into Timpview territory, still going to the 41-yard line.
And that was number 18. Max Stonebreaker on the catch there. Great play by Jensen once again to break the pocket, find his receiver. Stonebreaker did a phenomenal job of dragging defenders along with him. That is the type of momentum energy play that Maple Mountain needs to get into this game.
Stonebreaker providing a spark. That is not the first big play he's had tonight. As we've got 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line, Maple Mountain after one play in Timpview territory. Fake handoff, firing off his back foot, and it's picked off. He just let it loose, and there was no one but Keenan Pula back, the deep safety. He's still running out to the left.
Still running.
Near sideline, and he'll step out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Flag flies late. 2 flags fly.
And that right there was probably the one bad play that Jensen has made so far here. If we want to take a look at this replay here. Here we are. Jensen, watch as he panics as the blitz gets home really quick early on, gets hit as he throws, and just overthrows it. Pula's the only one in the area to catch that ball. At that point, if you're a Jensen, you just had a big momentum play. You just got to take the hit there. And unfortunately, that's an interception for Maple Mountain, giving Timpview the ball back as their offense has momentum, has scored on back-to-back drives.
So referees sorting out the penalties. So a block in the back will back them up to about the 11, 10 and a half yard line. And a sideline interference that backs them up even farther. So what would have been 1st and 10 for Timpview at the 21 is going to be 1st and 10 inside the 10-yard line.
Looks like they're pushing them all the way back here. That was 2 penalties. Luckily for Timpview, both of them were only half the distance to the goal. I mean, they're going to be really backed up to the goal line here. But a great play by Pula to get that interception there. I mean, there's not a lot of people like Jaron Pula who has a touchdown as a wide receiver, touchdown as a punt returner, as well as a pick six as a DB as a pick six on defense. And once again, gets another interception here, giving Timpview's offense the chance to score in the second quarter here.
So the Keenan Pula's making an impact early.
All around the field.
Jaron Pula on offense, Keenan Pula on defense, Keenan Pula on special teams. Oh, by the way, Keenan Pula does play wide receiver and is dangerous when they decide to throw it his way.
Exactly.
So Rasmussen is standing on the 1-yard line to receive the snap in shotgun formation. Up 14-0. He'll fake the handoff, dancing around in the end zone, rolling out to his left, firing deep over the middle. Ambroso catches it at the 35-yard line, a 29-yard pitch and catch.
Phenomenal job by Rasmussen to get the ball off to Ambrosio there. Chavis did a phenomenal job of actually picking up the blitz in the backfield. He got the linebacker, giving Rasmussen the time to make that throw to Ambrosio. And once again, Timpview gets those big plays. The running game opening up the passing game. And that is the type of Timpview we are used to seeing as they are cooking right now.
So that offensive line giving Rasmussen all the time in the world. When you give him that much time, he's going to make you pay no matter what. Empty backfield for Rasmussen. Man in motion, that's Gregory. And he'll hand it off to Gregory up the middle. And he's got room. Racing down the sideline. 40, 30, one man to beat. Pushed out of bounds at the 20.
And once again, Chavis motioned in from an empty formation into the backfield there. Brought in and Timpview going quickly as they're getting up to the line of scrimmage. Once again, Maple Mountain's defense is on their heels, needs some kind of response as Timpview's offense is firing on all cylinders, on the ground, through the air. No response from Maple Mountain's defense as of right now.
So Rasmussen has it 1st and 10 at the 22. 2 plays ago, it was 1st and 10 at the 6.
And if that doesn't tell you about Timpview's explosiveness, nothing will.
Rasmussen firing to the end zone. It's caught. No, dropped. Ambroso had it in his hands, and it was broken up at the last second.
And that right there was just a better play by the defensive back, locating the ball there and knocking it out of Ambrosio's hand. It was a good throw by Rasmussen, put in a place where his receiver at least had a shot, but great job by Maple Mountain's defensive back to make the play to knock it out of Ambrosio's hands.
So Ambrosio really wanted that one. It'll be 2nd and 10. Maple Mountain getting a much-needed breather.
Exactly.
Defense on its heels. As Rasmussen will fake the handoff and throw it out right to Jaron Pula. He turns the corner and he's going to stroll into the end zone. Jaron Pula on the 22-yard touchdown reception, making it 20-0, PAT pending.
I mean, what else can we say about this Timpview offense? They are firing on all cylinders. It wasn't the deep pass that time. It was a wide receiver screen. Quick shot to Jaron Pula. Pula does the rest. Great blocking by the wide receivers. We'll take a look at the replay after the extra point here. But once again, the other receivers holding their blocks. Pula gets the edge, strolls right into the end zone.
It's the Pula show here. Keenan with the reception, setting up the Jaron Pula reception 4 plays later.
Exactly. I mean, 4 plays from your own 6-yard line. That is a 94-yard drive. That is 23-yard average for each play. And that includes an incomplete pass. If we go back to this wide receiver screen here, watch the wide receivers at the top of your screen here. Pula is going to get into the backfield to catch that screen. The other 2 receivers, number 21 and I believe number 7, Ambrosio, making the block as Pula gets the edge, strolls into the end zone. Timpview on firing on all cylinders right now.
So it was 0-0 at the end of the first quarter, and we're thinking, hey, Maple Mountain's holding this offense in check. Second quarter comes around. And this offense says no.
No. Timpview's aggressive defense is putting a lot of pressure on Jensen, the quarterback, and their offense. They were initially stymied. They were trying to go deep early. Those deep plays, that's what they're known for. Couldn't get it, so they brought out the running game, whether it was Anston or Gregory. Since then, the whole playbook has opened up for them, whether it's passing, on the ground, Chavin, I mean, you name it. Timpview has been absolutely shredding this Maple Mountain defense. And
so a short kick. It will be fielded and fumbled around. We don't know who's got it at the 25-yard line.
I mean, that might be the best play that special teams Timpview has done this, not this year, but at least this game, because every other return, they have missed at least 2 or 3 tackles every return. So that could be in response to all those missed tackles.
So Maple Mountain did get on top of it. It's 1st and 10 from the 25. 4:23 to go in the second quarter. I mean, if you had to get it down 14-0, you really have to get it down 21-0.
Exactly, especially with how deadly Timpview's offense is looking right now. 4 plays for 94 yards last drive. You need to give your defense a break, and you need to find a way to extend this drive.
So a handoff up the middle for Mauga goes for 2 yards.
And once again, Timpview's defense staying aggressive, keeping everything near the line of scrimmage here. They are pressing up on the wide receivers. They are going aggressively at that defensive line. Jensen and this offense need to, once again, go back to what was working earlier. Quick strikes, wide receiver screen, RPO, something to keep that defense on its toes.
And if the Golden Eagles cannot come back from down 21, they will be eliminated from region title contention. It will set up a showdown next week between Timpview and Orem for that region title. As Jensen scrambles out under pressure, throwing it deep to his right and well overthrown. Derek Morehouse, the intended receiver there.
Yeah, and the pressure being applied once again by Timpview's defensive line. They absolutely, I mean, to be fair, Maple Mountain's offensive line was holding up very well at first, but that defensive line, too much time, broke through, putting the pressure on Jensen, and Jensen unable to make the throw. And once again, another 3rd and long for this Maple Mountain offense.
3rd and 8, 3:40 to go in the second quarter. Plenty of time for Timpview's offense to go down and score again. Should they get the ball back here, you have to convert this.
You need to find a way.
Jensen calls for the snap. Drops back under pressure, rolls out to his left, escaping, throwing it very, very deep. Man alone! It's caught at the 30! He was all alone!
I mean, broken coverage on Timpview there, but a phenomenal run and throw there by Jensen. He absolutely launched that into the stratosphere, caught by his wide receiver. That is the type of play you needed to keep this drive alive and to also keep your offense moving.
So a massive, massive play for the Golden Eagle offense. Jensen set up at the 28-yard line. Will hand off to Mauga, who breaks out to the left for a gain of 7.
And that is how you're going to open up the ground game. Those long passes, those deep passes. I mean, that was a broken coverage by Timpview, but still, then you could start to establish your run. That's how you get back into this game. 2nd and 3 is a lot better than 2nd and 10, 2nd and long. This way you keep your drives more manageable. You keep those first downs more manageable.
That massive 3rd down conversion has breathed some life into this offense that has been held in check all night. Mauga, handoff up the middle, and he'll be close to a 1st down.
Looks to be right around the sticks there. And Jensen, once again, keeping this offense on time. Plenty of time, no need to rush here, no need to make any rash decisions. And partner, it looks like they are bringing up 3rd down here, 3rd and short. If they don't get it on this 3rd down, is this a situation where you just go for it?
With 2 minutes to go in the second quarter, you've got to come away with the touchdown.
Especially with the way that Timpview's offense is firing. I agree. If I am the head coach here, you were telling Jensen you have 2 downs to get this.
2 downs to get 1 yard. It's 3rd and 1. Handoff to Mauga. Up the middle, stuffed right at the 20. They'll mark him at the 19. It'll be 4th and 1. Big decision coming up. Do they go for it?
If you have to. You see how powerful this Timpview offense has been. This is 4th and manageable. I mean, you may or may not get this type of field position once again. you have to at least go for it. Trust in your quarterback, trust in your offense. They made it happen on third down last time. They should be able to make it happen on fourth down this time. Look for Timpview to be up on the line, though. They're going to be up on the linemen. They're going to be up on the wide receivers. They're not going to make this easy for Maple Mountain.
1 minute, 20 seconds to go in the second quarter. Down 21, trying to make it down 14 going into the half. Fourth down. Handoff. Up the middle, diving forward. They'll give it to him. He got it. It's a first down, Maple Mountain. Massive play.
I mean, the way that Timpview's defense has been playing, it is gutsy to go right up the gut, but Maple Mountain said, we have no fear. We're going right at them.
So it is a first down for the Golden Eagles with 1 minute, 13 seconds to go.
Great job by Maple Mountain's offense. You're also running the clock here. You have all your timeouts as well. Again, no need to rush here.
Need to make smart decisions. The last time they were in the red zone on a third down, rolling to the right, Jensen threw an interception. Great play by Wilkerson, but it was a little bit of a late throw.
Exactly. It was late throw across his body into, against the sideline. There wasn't much place to throw it.
Jensen rolling to the right will get hit at the line, tried to tuck it and run and just couldn't get anywhere. It'll be a timeout for Maple Mountain.
That was number 9, Mocassini on the tackle, just tracking Jensen the whole way. Jensen's burned him a couple times rolling out, did a great job of tracking him there.
So it'll be 2nd and 11.
And we have a timeout here real quick, so we'll be right back with you. Welcome back to Provo, Utah, and let's take a look at that enormous throw by Jensen here on third down earlier in the drive. He is pressured early on, rolls out to his left, throws with his right across his body, just absolutely on a broken coverage by Timpview, gets it there. That is the best play Maple Mountain has had all day, and now they have a 1st and 10 in the red zone with less than a minute and 2 timeouts. They have to get a touchdown here.
2nd and 12, 42 seconds to get a score on the board. It's like they need a touchdown. Going in down 18 versus 21, not much of a difference. Going in down 14, big difference.
Exactly.
You're back in the game.
Especially because Timpview gets the ball at the half.
Exactly. So Jensen will take the snap. Throws it quick out to the right, incomplete. Intended receiver there was Sawyer Lifeson. The ball was a little low for him.
And, Jensen just, that was just a low throw. That was not a good throw by him. He had time to survey the field a little bit more, but he was predetermined to throw the ball over there to his receiver. Unfortunately, falls incomplete as third down upcoming.
So, 3rd and 12. Big play. 39.7 seconds in the half. 2 timeouts left for the Golden Eagles. Trying to get a touchdown on the board. Jensen in the backfield, escapes the pressure. He'll roll left, throwing to the end zone. It is broken
Knocked
up,
away.
nearly picked off.
I mean, Jensen did a great job once again of extending the play with his legs. He had space in the middle of the field to run, but there were a couple linebackers right around the line, or the first down marker there, looking to keep him in check. The offense is staying out on the field here.
4th and 12,
and there is a flag on the field.
We'll see what the call is.
Legal man downfield on the offense. Do you accept or decline this? If you're Timpview, you would think decline it. It brings up 4th down.
I would think they're going to decline it, just make it 4th down.
Offense number 79, 5-yard penalty.
They're going to accept it.
Replay the down.
Giving Maple Mountain one more shot on third down here. My guess is Timpview is looking to push him back because they're going to hold him. They're going to try to hold him on third down, push him out of field goal range potentially. We haven't seen Maple Mountain's kicker yet, so
potential disaster in the red zone, and depending on how this play goes, they might come away with no points.
Exactly. This is also a gutsy play by Timpview. Their defense has been aggressive. They may, again, we'll see what they do as this 3rd and 15 is upcoming.
Jensen takes the snap, looking right, dancing in the backfield, escapes pressure, not quite. He goes down for a sack. Ball is loose, and Timpview jumps on it, but they'll rule him down.
On the play made by number 90.
So they ruled he was down before the fumble.
I mean, that is about as good as you can hope for if you are Timpview. Your pressure gets home on Jensen, the quarterback there. Looks like he was down before the fumble, but still, you push him back just a little bit further to make a field goal try even harder here. Now, I don't see the kicker coming out just yet, the kicker is out on the field here.
Timpview took a timeout there at the end of that, after all that confusion.
So we will be right back with you.
So welcome back to Provo as Maple Mountain tries to get on the board with a very long, a 48-yard field goal attempt here. 21 seconds to go in the half. The snap is down, and that is shanked. It was either blocked or just mishit. It was not close.
It was not close at all. That ball had no height to it, and it just kind of, it was like a line drive that didn't even get near the crossbar. Tough break for Maple Mountain. Great gamble by Timpview on the defensive side there. Pushed him even farther back out of field goal range. Forced a poor field goal attempt, unfortunately. And now Timpview's offense with 17 seconds and 2 timeouts. Big play. They could potentially go deep once again.
I mean, last drive was 4 plays, 96 yards and a touchdown. We've seen it before for Timpview.
Exactly. So, and Timpview loves their shotgun formations, their trips formations, their empties formations. They have the wide receivers to go deep here. And Maple Mountain has played a lot of man, so keep an eye on the 2 deep safety look here.
So Maple Mountain needs to just get it to the half, down only 21, as Rasmussen will take it off on the quarterback keeper out of bounds after a short gain.
Carson Rasmussen.
Excuse me, that was a 9-yard gain.
Maple Mountain actually was playing 3 defensive backs there, 3 deep safeties. They are not going to allow Timpview to go over the top on them here. I mean, they can't afford to go down more than what they already have, considering Timpview gets the ball at the half. They're already down 21. Maple Mountain's going to have to regroup at the half, make some offensive adjustments, find something that'll break through this aggressive Timpview defense, as well as on defense. Their defense has played well early on, but these last couple drives, they have absolutely been shredded, whether it's on the ground or through the air.
So, it'll be 2nd and 1. Whistles blow. Not sure what's going on. There may be a problem with the play clock. So the referees will converse in what has been a dominant second quarter for Timpview.
Yeah, I mean, no points for either team in the first quarter. Timpview has absolutely dominated and owned this second quarter.
So an official timeout. Not sure what's going on down on the field, but we'll be back with more. The end of the first half coming up.
And welcome back to Provo, Utah, here in the second quarter.
12 seconds to go to half. It's 2nd and 1 for Timpview after that official's timeout. Still not sure what the problem was down on the field.
Yeah, not sure about that one.
But we are set to go. As Timpview leads 21-0. As we've said many, many times before, but if you are just joining us, that is the score. Rasmussen will take the snap And looking deep, under pressure, rolling out to the right, escape flag flies. Rasmussen throws across his body. Jaron Pula is all alone, running out free over the middle, making men miss and still going. 30, 20, absolute touchdown, Timpview!
They called it a touchdown.
What a play!
But
there is a
have to
flag.
see the flag though.
But regardless, what an amazing play
What
for
a
Jaron
great
Pula.
single effort by Jaron
There is a
Pula.
penalty flag down on the play.
And partner, I don't think this touchdown is going to stand. It looks, Rasmussen is arguing with the referee right now. The flag looked to be in the area of holding on the offense. And if that is what it is, that is unfortunate after a great single effort here.
Elsewhere on the field, there's an injured player on the field. It is a hold on the offense. That will take back what was a magnificent touchdown.
And we will have one untimed down here to end the first half. What an absolute effort play by Jaron Pula. Great job by Rasmussen to extend the play. However, that holding penalty will make it all a moot point. Oh, no, it looks like
Maple Mountain has a player down at the 25-yard line. Don't know who it is. Unable to get a jersey number as they are crowded around him, making sure he's okay. Trainers on the field for Maple Mountain.
Hope they'll be okay there as well.
There is a Maple Mountain player down on the field.
So it'll be a timeout.
And we will be right back with you.
Arrive in style in a great fitting suit from Mr. Mac. We feature quality designer brands like Calvin Klein, Michael Kors, Ralph Lauren, and Talia, with styles to suit every man and every occasion. We ensure a perfect fit, offering fast, free alterations by expert tailors at all 9 Mr. Mac stores. Arrive in style with Mr. Mac, serving Utah for over 50 years.
And welcome back to Provo, Utah.
Maple Mountain player being helped off the field. Still can't quite decipher what the number is there. They're covering it up.
To be 47, I believe.
But
regardless, though, good to see him up. Good to see him, with assistance, getting off of the field there. Hope he's okay.
that looks to be Jackson Allman, number 47. As we will have one untimed down before halftime after an absolutely stunning play that was called back. Either way, you've got to put it on the highlight reel.
I mean, you got to. Unfortunately, it won't count in terms of points, but in terms of actual skills and playmaking ability, there isn't much better that Pula could put on his highlight reel there.
So they'll just punt it away on second down to just end the half. Just trying to get out of here.
Don't want to risk another penalty. Don't want to risk something else. I understand. You also don't want to risk a potential injury as well.
So not an actual punt. Didn't see Rasmussen down there. He just knees it. We'll go to halftime. It's 21-0 for the Timpview Thunderbirds over the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles.
Maple Mountain 0.
I'm going to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. His hands can't hit what his eyes can't see.
Last play of the game. Snap, Tanner. Back pedal. Sprint out to the right. Got time. Loads up. Launches it. Goes for the end zone. The ball's in the air. It drops at the goal line. I think he caught it for a touchdown. He got it. He got it. He got it. Touchdown, Nick Matthews. The Cougars win it. The Cougars win it.
Hey. Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. Alright? You got a dream, you gotta protect it. People can't do something themselves, they wanna tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period.
Everybody missed him on a single throw. All 11 of us missed him. Barry Sanders was the absolute hardest out, period.
What a job, Barry. This is the best back.
Three-step drop. Settles. Now pressure comes. Taysom steps out of it. 30, 25. Gap for Taysom. 20, 50, 10. A hurdle. Oh, man! Touchdown. What a play! Taysom nails it for 6. What a score!
Great moments are born from great opportunity. And that's what you have here tonight, boys. That's what you've earned here tonight. One game. If we played them 10 times, they might win 9. But not this game. Not tonight. Tonight, we skate with them. Tonight, we stay with them. And we shut them down because we can.
Second shot clock for Jimmer. You lost Coupettes from 3, right side. Jimmer again! This is ridiculous! 50-42, Jimmer Fredette with 29 and a half. 4, and with 3, and with 2. Jimmer from 40 feet! Got it! He got it! Woo-hoo!
Maybe the greatest half of basketball ever for a BYU player.
Don't give up, boy. Don't you quit. You keep walking. You keep trying. There is help and happiness ahead.
Then the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
I'm gonna show you how great I am.
will take his snap from his own end zone. Looking towards Kavana's way, fires it downfield. It's caught. A 40-yard gain.
Talented receiver. If you understand just how talented he is, you want to get the ball to him every time. He's talented enough that both he and his twin brother have offers from Alabama. As they throw it to him again, caught! He mossed him in the end zone.
I mean, what else can we say about that man? Jared Poole.
Their best drive by far of the night.
In the end zone, did he get his toe in? Touchdown, Elta Hawks! And it's still going today. Maple Mountain brings the pressure, delivers a strike downfield. It's caught! Akana! Touchdown, Tigers!
To his left, single wide out right. Takes the snap, looking to his right and throwing to the end zone. It is caught! Touchdown! What a play! That's number 4, Jace McClellan.
Carson Jensen trying to keep his Golden Eagles undefeated. Fires deep. Morehouse is open. He's got it! And he's in!
Target Apollo streams to Japan, the first Japanese broadcast of the year. Just kidding. Nice deep pass. That one.
And then an interception. And now they're lurking. Kavana's forced out right, and he flips it to Beckham Curtis, diving!
Plenty of motion as Christensen fires out, and one-hand pick! Oh my goodness! Running it back, it's a pick 6!
What an interception!
What did we just see? Plenty of motion as Christensen fires out, and one-hand pick! Oh my goodness! Running it back, it's a pick 6!
What an interception!
What did we just see?
Our 2024 homecoming king is David Guerrero!
I want to get like the whole thing. That's fine. That's fine.
parked in front of the school.
Oh, here's the light.
Like the road, I'm parked in front of the school.
Yeah. Yeah, I got lucky. Well, I came early enough. I got here at 5:30.
I was going to say, if you get here at 5:30, that whole place is almost empty.
Yeah. There was a soccer game before this game.
Oh, really?
And so, like, when I got here, it was like 8 minutes left in the soccer game. So.
Where did they play over there?
Oh, they're right here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. The soccer goals are over there. They just moved them out of the way. But yeah, the parking lot was almost full. I'm like, why is it almost full at 5:30? And there was a soccer game. So I'm like, oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Well, at least Maple Mountain is going to make us wait a whole half before they lose 40-0.
Yeah, I thought, man, Maple Mountain had a couple chances to capitalize. Didn't someone trade George Kittle for Rashid Shaheed?
Riker and Caleb, I think?
Oh, what?
Riker traded Kittle for Shaheed.
Interesting. Yeah, Kittle has.
He did it because
Kittle has 46 yards and a touchdown.
In Riker's own words, Riker likes to make trades. That's why he did it. He's like, Caleb, I like you. I'm gonna make that trade.
If you like making trades, at least make good ones. I mean,
oh no, it was Sam. That's what it was.
Oh, Sam got Kittle? Dang. Well, I brought Bowers, so I'm not complaining about tight ends this season.
Literally the only person that's had anything happen with tight ends.
Yeah, exactly. Kelsey has a Blaze done better.
Because I'm convinced Patrick Mahomes purposely took out Rasheed Rice.
He's like, I miss Kelsey. Rasheed, why are you good? Why are you Michael Thomas? Get out of here. Oh. Close actually. 23-17.
Welcome back to the base of the mountain in Provo, Utah, inside Thunderbird Stadium here at Timpview High School. Timpview leads 21-0 after a dominant second quarter.
I mean, highlight-filled first half from both teams, especially in the first quarter. Just a lot of defense in the first quarter. Timpview opening up the offense and really hitting another gear offensively in that second quarter. If you want, partner, let's go through a couple of these plays in the first half that really set the tone. Early on, it was it was Maple Mountain here as they tried to set the tone offensively here. Watch again, this was the Timpview sack. This was Mocassini coming in, Jaron Pula. He came in early. That right there is indicative of how Timpview's defense has played. Very aggressive, very blitz heavy. That has been a hallmark of their defense all year. And that led to, well, there was the pick early. There was the pick over there by, I'm forgetting his name over there, but
Braxton Wilkerson.
Excuse me. Braxton Wilkerson. And just that type of defense is what has, number one, held Maple Mountain scoreless throughout this entire first half.
You said it. Maple Mountain's had 2 possessions. They really should have come away with touchdowns. That early one in the red zone where they threw the pick to Wilkerson, and then that last one right before the half, they weren't able to come up with anything as they ended up missing a field goal.
Exactly. So the keys for the second half for both teams. Number one, if you're Timpview, keep being aggressive defensively. I mean, for the most part, Maple Mountain has shown no ability to stop your blitzes as well as to just, get any kind of yardage. The one couple of plays that they have got, they had the big pass on the broken coverage on the back end there. They had a couple of, nice medium gains early on. They had that one drive that ended in the Wilkerson pick where they were going with a lot of RPOs, a lot of quick shots, things that kept Timpview's defense at bay. And if you're Maple Mountain, you have to come back out quickly. One of the big keys, one of the things that you did that kept Timpview on their heels were those quick slants, were those quick throws, because if not, you are putting Jensen in a position where he has to scramble a lot, and while he has been able to make some plays, he has not been able to do it consistently enough to keep Maple Mountain offensively going.
On the other hand, Timpview's offense up 21 points. The running game has been almost unstoppable. They've had 2 touchdown runs of over 20 yards. I think you've got to keep going with the run. Not only has it been dominant, it keeps the clock running and almost eliminates the time that Maple Mountain may have to muster any sort of comeback left in them.
Exactly. And here's one of those, this is the wide receiver screen. Let me see if I can get the correct replay up for you here. Oh, that's offensively. Well, I will find it for you here in a second, folks. And once we do, I'll show you exactly what it was offensively that these guys have done. Whether it's the quarterback draw by Rasmussen or if it's Chavis in the backfield here. That was the incomplete pass there. Here we go. Here's one of those runs here by Chavis. Watch once again the missed tackle by number 9 this is just a different Chavis run, but this is still very indicative of how the run game has gone for Timpview. Big holes, big gashes formed by this offensive line, whether it's on the outside, whether it's up the gut, whether it's Rasmussen running with his legs. Maple Mountain's defense has been so leaky against the run here. Look for Timpview to really rely on that here in the second half to keep the clock moving against Maple Mountain, to shorten the clock, shorten the game, give them less chances to come back offensively.
And just to highlight Timpview's explosiveness, the shortest touchdown they've had is a 20-yard quarterback keeper from Carson Rasmussen. The other 2 plays have been 22, 23 yards. They don't even need to get into the red zone to put up 6.
And if there's anything that's indicative of their last drive, it's the final touchdown drive that they have. 4 plays, 94 yards, including 1 incomplete pass in there. And they still were able to get it into the end zone with under a minute, in under a minute. That is the type of high-powered offense that Timpview has. That is the type of offense Maple Mountain has to find a way to just temper here in the second half, or things are going to get ugly quick.
They have to be able to contain the run. That first quarter, they did a great job because Timpview wanted to pass the ball.
Exactly.
When Timpview made the adjustments, Maple Mountain has been on their heels ever since.
Exactly.
No answer for that run game. Chavis Gregory and Sokai Anson have been absolutely unstoppable. And then, oh, by the way, Carson Rasmussen can do it with his feet, whether it's designed or when you get the pressure on him, he's been fast enough to roll out and make you pay.
Exactly. So Maple Mountain, your 2 biggest keys of the game are, number 1, keep an eye on Rasmussen. If you cannot keep an eye on Rasmussen, you are not going to win this game. And defensively, you have been playing a lot of man coverage. That's fine, but you have to get pressure on Rasmussen. If not, he's going to have all day to sit back there. Unfortunately, a 4-man rush has not been enough to get home. You need to bring the extra. You need to either bring exotic blitzes, or you need to bring more men to get Rasmussen, get the ball out of his hands early. Your men have been in man coverage a lot, so they're obviously used to it. If you're Timpview, keep pounding the rock. Maple Mountain has not been able to stop it. That is how you will shorten this game. That is how you will keep that defense tired.
You got to wonder if Maple Mountain assigns a linebacker to be a quarterback spy on those pass plays.
Exactly, or even bring in a safety to do so as well, too, if the linebacker is not fast enough to do it.
Now, an underrated storyline we've mentioned a couple times tonight. Timpview is undefeated in region play. Maple Mountain 1 loss in region play. If Maple Mountain is not able to muster a comeback, they will be eliminated from the region title. They'll still be in the playoffs, but this has importance in the playoff seeding.
Exactly.
Elsewhere in the region, Orem trails Springville in a shocking manner. It's 27-10 at half. If Timpview is able to hold on to this lead, they will be in sole position of first place in the region, setting up a showdown between them and Orem next week. Who the winner of that game will have the tiebreaker. That will be your region title, your region champion, who will have a better seed in the playoffs.
Exactly. So still big game here as the halftime ringer ends here as we get ready for the third quarter. Look for Timpview to keep their foot on the gas. Maple Mountain get aggressive on defense as well as get pressure on Rasmussen.
So Timpview will receive to start the third quarter here. Maple Mountain will have to be able to get off the field quickly and establish an offensive rhythm.
Exactly. Maple Mountain's keys here. You have to get defensive stops. You were able to do so in the first quarter. You made adjustments to their passing game. Now it's time to make adjustments to that running game and force them to get those long third downs. Maybe come up with a turnover would absolutely shift the momentum in their favor. They've got to get back even in the turnover battle. They're down 2-1. Exactly.
There.
And just a reminder, Timpview does get the ball at the half here, so right away, Maple Mountain's defense on the field.
So number 38 of Maple Mountain, that is Fernando Benuelos on the kick as he will send it deep. Booming kick. It will go into the end zone for a touchback. Ambroso on the catch. In Utah high school football, any football that goes into the end zone on a kickoff is a touchback. No chance to return it. So we will set up 1st and 10 from the 20 with Carson Rasmussen and those 3 unbelievably dynamic wide receivers. And oh, by the way, you've got 2 running backs that have been unstoppable.
Exactly. So look for Maple Mountain's defense here. Are they going to pack the box more against this run? Look at Rasmussen already in the empty formation. Look for him to motion someone into the backfield. Or, once again, maybe they keep up the offensive attack. They go deep right away.
Rasmussen has shown that killer instinct all season long. He's made clutch plays, and he knows how to put the dagger on a game. Looking to do that here as he looks over the middle, and it's caught. Over the middle, making men miss out to the 40. Running out to the 46-yard line.
I mean, what else can we say about Ambrosio, the Nevada commit here? An absolute electric play. Man coverage across the board here for Maple Mountain. Or, excuse me, it wasn't man coverage. They actually fell back into a zone. They actually doubled Jaron Pula on the outside, but that left Ambrosio in the slot, wide open for a quick slant. Ambrosio takes advantage, uses his speed to get a nice large gain on 1st down.
He was all alone in the middle of the field on that one. Another empty set for Rasmussen. Sending Ambrosio in motion, and he will fire to Jaron Pula, who drops it. Just took his eyes off the ball right before it got there, and what would have been probably a 1st down gain will leave you 2nd and 10.
Exactly. Ball was a little thrown. The ball was thrown a little behind Pula, but as a wide receiver, that's still a very manageable catch. Unfortunately, taking your eyes off early, unable to complete the catch. Good position here, though, for Maple Mountain. You have to get Timpview behind the sticks.
So 3rd straight play with an empty set to start the half for Timpview. Man in motion. Rasmussen takes a snap, fires off to Pula on the screen. Breaking through for a gain of 7 will bring up 3rd and short.
I mean, just a great play by Pula here. Just a quick throw. Pula uses his strength to get those extra yards. It was actually read early by Maple Mountain, but Pula did a great job of just dragging those defenders along with him, making it a very 3rd and manageable upcoming here.
So this is an absolutely massive defensive opportunity for Maple Mountain to get off the field as Timpview tries the hard count, but Maple Mountain doesn't jump. It's 3rd and 3.
Did get them earlier here, and once again, Rasmussen in that empty formation. He does like to motion a receiver into backfield, whether it's Ambrosio or somebody else.
Play clock down to 2 seconds as Rasmussen takes it. Under pressure, he will go down!
And that is exactly what we are talking about if you are a Maple Mountain defender. Get the pressure on Rasmussen. Watch this replay here. Watch across the board here. It was man coverage across the board. They were coming after Rasmussen. And Maple Mountain did a phenomenal job of keeping Rasmussen in the pocket, not letting him break the contain and get the gain with his legs. As they get him in the backfield, that is the type of start Maple Mountain's defense needed to get the ball back to their offense.
Something you'll notice is that more than one person got in the backfield, which did not allow Rasmussen to escape. All night long they've had pressure, but only one man, and Rasmussen can outrun one man. But when it's coming from all angles, there's nowhere to go.
Exactly. So great job by the Maple Mountain defense there to bring Rasmussen down here early in the third quarter.
So whistles blow before the snap. We'll see what the problem is.
Dead ball. Delay of game.
It's a delay of game on the offense. Unable to get it off in time. So backing it up even further, it's 4th and 15. So early momentum shift for Maple Mountain after Timpview came out firing, got a big play. Defense settles down as they are to receive this punt, which is high and very, very short.
Returner telling everybody to get away from it.
And he'll field it on the bounce. What a play! Out to the 35 is Maple Mountain catching Timpview off guard. He told everyone to clear out and just took it.
And notice the difference on this kick return here. I want you to watch the returner here. He does not, that was Derek Morehouse. He does not wait for a fair catch. No, he just waits for everyone to get away. On the bounce, gets it, gets a nice big gain here for Maple Mountain. That is the exact type of play that Maple Mountain needs to get offensively going here as well.
So, momentum going Maple Mountain's way in an absolutely crucial second half to stay alive in the region title race. Down 21, they need to make this count.
And first down here as Jensen and the offense line up.
So 1st and 10, Jensen will hand off to Hauga up the middle, who will get up there for about 2.
I love this decision by Maple Mountain to keep running the ball. You never want to abandon the ball, especially when the game is still within reach. You don't want to abandon the run because then you are passing the whole time. You're putting that much more pressure on your offensive line to not hold, to not get a penalty. So great job. I know it was a short gain, but those are the type of runs that are going to open up the passing game for you as well.
So here we go, 2nd and 7, 9:22 to go in the third. Down 21, Maple Mountain an opportunity to get on the board and get right back in this game. Man in motion. Jensen will throw it out right on the screen. That's Derek Moorhead again, who will get up for about 5 yards, setting up 3rd and manageable. That's Morehouse, excuse me, on the reception.
And what is it that Maple Mountain's doing again? They are going quick. They are using the quick throws. That was a wide receiver screen, an inside zone on the first play. This is a 3rd and manageable. That is something they did not have a lot of in the first half. They were in a lot of 3rd and 10s, 3rd and 8s, 3rd and longs. This 3rd and short, very manageable. Once again, I think this may be 4-down territory, though, for Maple Mountain.
Timpview showing blitz as a man goes in motion for the Golden Eagles. Timpview sends the blitz, and it's a short screen to Hauga, who will get the first down, and the ball comes out! It'll roll out of bounds out of harm's way, but a dangerous moment.
Dangerous moment. And unfortunately, if you're Maple Mountain, that fumble loses you the first down because the ball, if it goes backwards, the ball dies where it goes out of bounds. So it is a 4th down upcoming here for Maple Mountain after they had the first down, but a great job by Timpview to rip the ball out and force a 4th down upcoming.
It's a great thing it went out of bounds. If that had not got out of bounds, Timpview had defenders there. They're going to recover it, maybe take it for a scoop and score. So they'll go for it on 4th down on this crucial early 3rd quarter drive.
And Timpview has actually played it fairly conservatively defensively on these 4th downs before, but they do show a little bit more pressure as they only rush 4.
Jensen will throw it across the middle out to the right on a quick slant, and he'll be marked just short. It's a 4th down stop for the Thunderbirds.
And what a defensive play there for Timpview. They knew the quick throw was coming, so they let him catch it just short of the sticks. Did a great job of tackling there to bring him down, and that is a turnover on downs here. Timpview's defense responding early on to Maple Mountain's defense for Timpview's offense. As we are here in the 3rd quarter, Timpview bringing out the offense once again.
It'll be 1st and 10. A quick shout out to one of our sponsors, Mr. Max. A great suits place. I bought a suit myself a few years ago, 3-4 years ago. I still wear it every Sunday. It's still in great condition. Those suits will not let you down.
Good stuff with Mr. Mack there.
So Rasmussen will come out for the second drive of the half. Handoff to Chavis Gregory, met in the backfield and swallowed up.
This defense is playing with renewed energy for Maple Mountain here. They are getting into the backfield, which is something they lacked in the first half there. They are forcing the pressure into the backfield, whether it's on the run or in the rush. That's a good early sign for Maple Mountain. Look for them to be a little bit more aggressive. They have to be. Look for them to try to get a turnover here as well, as they are bringing up, their farthest defender back is right at the first down marker. That's only about 12 yards.
So Maple Mountain sensing the necessity of the moment.
The urgency is building up for Maple Mountain already. The defense trying to give the offense the ball back, looking for a potential turnover here.
Rasmussen takes the snap, looking out to his right, will throw it to Ambroso. A long throw that didn't go for much.
And once again, they brought a 5-man blitz. They are putting the pressure on Rasmussen. It was a great job by the offensive line to pick up the blitz, though. It was one-on-one blocking across the board. Good job, no holding. Good job giving Rasmussen enough time to find a receiver. It was a short throw, but that was better than what could have potentially been, as a 3rd and long is upcoming here for Timpview.
3rd and 11. Looking for the second straight stop is Maple Mountain, as Rasmussen looks to the sideline.
Man coverage across the board once again.
He'll call an audible. You've got trips to the left, single wide out right. That's Jaron Pula. As Rasmussen will look to his right and fire to Jaron Pula, and the defender got in the way and just broke it up.
Number 88 for Maple Mountain there with the pass defender did a phenomenal job reading Rasmussen's eyes and getting in the way to force that incomplete pass, pinning them back deep for a potential punt here. That was number 88, Parker Murray, the defensive back. As Timpview lines up for the punt here, again, look for them to be aggressive. They're deep enough where they may try to go for a block on this punt here. And we saw what happened on the last punt return as Maple Mountain was able to get good field position. And with them being even deeper here in Timpview territory, could be a potential for another big play for Maple Mountain.
Golden Eagles set to receive the 4th down punt. Snap taken, and the punt is high and long. A fair catch called for by Derek Morehouse at the 44.
And once again, here comes the Maple Mountain offense. They got great field position on their last drive, courtesy of the Morehouse punt return. They still have really good field position here. They're starting on their own 44-yard line. Stark contrast from where their drives were starting last half. This half, they have to find a way to get points, though. Their defense is putting them in positions to score. They have to find a way to convert.
The defense is, it's like you said, they're putting them in position to make the comeback. Wonder if they take a shot, try to get a big play. So they'll hand off to Hauga off to the right, who's met by a host of Timpview Thunderbirds.
Timpview's defensive line, their defense was having nothing of that Hauga run there, bringing him down for looks to be just short of the line of scrimmage.
So it'll bring up a 2nd and 10.5 yards after the loss there.
I will say this, Maple Mountain, field goals won't do you much here. You're near midfield once again. You have to find a way to get a first down here. You got to score and give your defense a little bit of a break, but also put the pressure back on Timpview.
Jensen takes the snap, steps back, looking downfield, escaping pressure, and ultimately dropped after a gain of 2. Flag flies late in an area that suggests holding.
Look to be holding early on there. There was pressure early on from that Timpview defense, and I do believe that interior of that offensive line is going to be called for holding here.
We await the call from our head referee. And it will be an offensive holding.
Holding. Offense number 50.
So Timpview's student section getting a little bit rowdy.
You can't blame them. The way that their team is playing right now, offensively and defensively, they have every reason to get excited. They are the backbone of this Timpview defense, or excuse me, this Timpview team, helping them with the energy, making some noise for Maple Mountain on offense as well, as they are back in a 2nd and 20.
2nd and 20. This is behind where they originally started the drive. Jensen takes the snap, surveys the field, and fires it out to the right. That's Morehouse who gets a 10-yard reception, bringing up 3rd and 10. It's still 3rd and long, but it's a whole lot better than what it could have been.
A lot more manageable there, partner. I mean, great protection by the offensive line for Maple Mountain there, giving Jensen enough time to find his receiver Morehouse to make this a 3rd and manageable. This is back to the original line of scrimmage. This is, once again, you have to find a way to convert if you're Maple Mountain.
5:20 to go in the 3rd. 21-0. Timpview trying to get the ball back. Maple Mountain trying to survive and mount a comeback as Jensen will fire it out left on the screen, and he'll just be dragged down well short of the line of scrimmage.
And guess who? Jaron Pula on defense. Absolutely reading that play. No chance, no shot at getting free there for the receiver as Pula shut him down, bringing up 4th down.
So it'll be Maple Mountain punting away, giving the ball back to Timpview after the defense has set them up very well twice.
I mean, Timpview's defense has answered the call here.
It's blocked! My goodness! It's blocked and picked up. Timpview will rumble in, not quite to the end zone, down to the 3-yard line.
And that, my friend, is the type of play that Timpview was missing tonight in terms of special teams. They had plays on defense, they had plays on offense, and now they have a special teams play, blocking a punt and forcing Maple Mountain's defense into a much more position. That was Isa Galea, excuse me if I'm mispronouncing that.
Isa Galea has been massive on special teams. He's got a punt return for a touchdown. He's had a defensive touchdown this year. He almost had a blocked punt return for a touchdown. He blocked the punt and recovered it, setting up Timpview 1st and goal from the 2.
And once again, Maple Mountain in the danger zone here, backed up on defense. If I'm Timpview here, that's just 4 straight run territory here, the way that your ground game has been moving.
They marked it at the 3. As Rasmussen hands off to Gregory, who is met at the goal line and not quite in. They'll mark him a couple inches short.
From the middle, number 22, Shavas Gregory.
And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Timpview goes 3 more. Just straight powers right up the cut here. Since the start of that 2nd quarter, Maple Mountain has shown no ability to stop you on the ground. Continue punching it in if you're there. If you're Maple Mountain, you have to find a way to get the stop here.
Rasmussen on the quarterback sneak. Players think it's a touchdown. Referees still yet to signal. It is a touchdown! Rasmussen on his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. 3rd overall touchdown.
I mean, what else can be said about this Timpview offense? They have been absolutely electric. They were stopped on their first drive of the 2nd half with the special teams blocking the punt, putting him in a position inside the 5-yard line. 2 runs into the end zone, and Timpview is absolutely soaring right now, up 27-0.
Kicker on to attempt the extra point.
Luke Ronak in to attempt the extra point.
Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick is good. 28-0 Thunderbirds as they look to run away with this and take sole position of first place in the region.
I mean, it has been an absolute offensive light show here for Timpview since the start of that 2nd quarter. They are on a roll. And partner, they are getting closer to the danger zone here Maple Mountain is, because in the 2nd half, if one team takes a 35-point lead over the other, they start a running clock. That is 1 more touchdown for Timpview if they can get there. Maple Mountain has to find a way to answer here. Not only are their region titles on the line, or their region title hopes on the line, their hopes for a better playoff seeding as well are on the line here as well.
So everything to play for and nothing more to lose for Maple Mountain. As they're down 28, they've had opportunities to score. The difference between the 2 teams, Timpview's Timpview has come away with points when they've had the opportunity. Maple Mountain has not, as Timpview does that short kick that's fumbled and ultimately kicked out of bounds for Maple Mountain, ultimately keeping possession, setting them up 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And we've talked about adjustments. How about Timpview's adjustments on special teams? They had been kicking it deep on their first 3, probably combined within those first 3 kickoff returns. We're talking about 8 broken tackles. 3 times where Maple Mountain nearly broke one long. So how do you adjust? Short kicks. The first one was fumbled, and I mean they both were fumbled. One was fumbled inbounds, one was fumbled out of bounds, and that is keeping Maple Mountain special teams at bay as well.
So Timpview winning on all fronts. All phases have gone all Timpview, as Jensen looks to put something together for this Golden Eagle offense that has been held scoreless. He'll drop back, fire to his left, and big hit. There's a flag on the play. They're probably going to call a pass interference. I'm not sure I agree. It looks like that hit was on time.
It looked like, if I'm being honest, partner, it did look just a tad bit early because also number 26 did not turn his head. That was Braxton Wilkerson who got the pick earlier. I'm curious to see who is down right now. Unfortunately, it looks like the receiver is down for Maple Mountain. Hope he is okay there.
That's number 15, Sawyer Lifeson.
Unnecessary roughness on the defense.
So what you see there is the pass was probably already incomplete, and then he came and made that hit late.
Exactly. Good to see number 15 up there for Maple Mountain, walking off the field on his own power.
Maybe just rattled up a little bit there on a big hit. But that sets up another first down for Maple Mountain, moving them a little farther down towards midfield. Gives them a little bit of a break. Timpview, I mean, look at we've talked about the line dominance for Timpview on both sides of the ball. Look at the size of the players.
I mean, Timpview's offensive line and also the experience, though. But yes, Timpview's offensive line is massive, and Maple Mountain, or excuse me, this is the defensive line for Timpview here. Their defensive line is a bunch of just giant men. They look like they're farm boys that have been baling hay all day as Maple Mountain lines off for offense here once again.
Man in motion. Jensen takes a snap, looking, throwing it deep over the field, and it is picked off! Timpview with another takeaway, running out to the left, cutting it back over to the right, and he's got plenty of space! Look at him, he goes 40, 30, 20, flag flies, 15, 10, still going and dropped at the 9.
And guess who? Making up for his penalty on the prior play, Braxton Wilkerson with the interception there.
Second of the night.
Not only that, jimmying his way down the field. There is a flag, but did a great job waving through traffic after the interception.
I gotta think it's gonna be some kind of block in the back or hold on the return. We await the call from our head referee. Still discussing.
During the return, personal foul, illegal blindside block on the receiving team, number 99.
So it's a blindside block. That'll back them up from the spot of the foul.
And let's take a look at that interception one more time here. Just a beautiful play by Braxton Wilkerson to undercut this throw, gets the interception as he runs it all the way back down inside the 10. Unfortunately, the penalty is going to back them up just a little bit here, but a great effort play. Just look how hard running Braxton Wilkerson was on that play.
So instead of 1st and goal from the 9, it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 36. Big difference, but the takeaway stands.
Exactly. Putting that tenacious, ferocious, absolutely explosive Timpview offense back on the field here, led by Rasmussen and his 3 Division I wide receivers, the Pula twins and Ambrosio.
So any more points for Timpview, and we've got a running clock the rest of the way.
Once
you get up 30, they do a running clock, which means the clock doesn't stop for anything but timeouts.
Exactly. And so look for Timpview to be aggressive here, especially if they want to shorten the game and send Maple Mountain packing.
Rasmussen takes a snap and fakes the handoff, looking deep. He throws it deep. Receiver stumbling. Jaron Pula not able to keep his footing. Tries to get a pass interference call, nothing going.
I love the fact that there was no flag thrown there. That was just textbook defense by the defensive back there on Jaron Pula. Rasmussen actually, he hesitated a little initially on the throw, and then he went in for the throw there. Again, great blocking by the offensive line to give him the time to make that throw. But that was one of the better defensive back plays for Maple Mountain here, as they have him a 2nd and 10 upcoming here for Timpview.
And if Pula's able to keep his feet, he probably makes that catch.
Exactly.
So like you said, great play on the cornerback, getting him mixed up there as Rasmussen takes a snap. Maple Mountain sends a blitz. It's caught out to the right for a short medium gain of 7, bring up 3rd and 3.
Number 21, Ogata on the catch there. First time calling his name tonight, as 3rd and short upcoming here for Timpview.
3rd and 4 for Timpview.
Like we said earlier, Springville leading Orem in that other region game with playoff position implications for all teams around,
as well as regional title hopes for all teams involved in this game as well.
Rasmussen, handoff to Anston, who's got plenty of room, breaking free and just tripped up, a touchdown saving.
Anston had green grass for days in front of him there. If it wasn't for that shoestring tackle, Anston would be in the end zone celebrating as we speak right now.
And the clock would continue to run on that running clock.
Exactly.
2:30 to go in the 3rd quarter.
But first down, Timpview continued to drive here in the offense. Timpview's offense continuing to drive here in the 3rd quarter.
And it's like we said earlier, just keep it on the ground. They can't stop you. I'm looking for a quarterback keeper here, maybe. Although Rasmussen does like to throw it.
He loves to throw as a motion.
And it is a fake handoff. Rasmussen looking very deep, throwing it all alone. Ambroso caught. Touchdown, Timpview.
I mean, we just said Rasmussen loves to sling it, and who does he love to sling it to? His receivers, Ambrosio and the Pula twins. As the sells the play action here, Rasmussen looks deep and finds his man, Ambrosio, absolutely cooking his defender here, as Rasmussen with a perfect throw. Ambrosio, no shot of being caught as he makes it into the end zone for the Timpview touchdown.
45-yard pitch and catch between the two. As we are set for a PAT. 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
We've mentioned it already, but now that they are up by 34, 30 plus, the running clock will start to happen here after the next kickoff, I believe.
The PAT is up and good, making it 35-0. Maple Mountain has no answer for the high-flying Thunderbirds of Timpview High School.
It has been an absolute offensive showcase since the second quarter. And to think, in about 22 minutes of offense, or 22 minutes of game time, Timpview has scored 35 points. Because if we remember, they scored no points during that first quarter. Maple Mountain had actually shut down that offense for an entire quarter, but since then it has been all Timpview on the ground, through the air. Timpview's offense cannot be stopped.
And early on, it looks like Maple Mountain had the opportunity to take control of this game.
Exactly.
With that early 4th down interception they had, they were driving in the red zone, then they threw the interception, and Timpview has not looked back.
It's been all Timpview since then, as Timpview's special teams kickoff lines up to kick it back to Maple Mountain.
So 2nd home game in a row, Timpview has sported the blackout. A new uniform look for them.
Very clean look, very good look. Looks like their student section obliged as well and wore a ton of black, potentially going for that blackout tonight.
So Timpview set to send it deep again, unless they do that short kickoff they've been sporting the last couple times. They will send it deep and into the end zone. First time they've done that tonight. It'll be a touchback.
Exactly. And I mean, what else can be said about Timpview's offense and defense here? Absolutely electric. Aggressive defensively, forcing just bad throws out of Jensen all night, and also just hurrying him up. He has not been comfortable in the pocket at all tonight. For Maple Mountain's offense, you've had your opportunities. We cannot say that you've been completely shut down. You have had your offenses. You threw a pick early on in the red zone. You were given phenomenal field position after early in the 3rd quarter here, unable to convert on another 4th down there, being stopped short as they come out on the field once again.
As Jensen takes a snap and hands off out to the left. It'll be stopped after a 3-yard gain. And as you were mentioning, they've had opportunities. Not only did they have those two you mentioned, they had the one right before the half. They had converted a fourth down in the red zone. Ultimately, they were pushed back out of the red zone and missed a field goal.
Exactly. And I mean, so it's not to say that Maple Mountain has not been able to move the ball. They just have not been able to find the end zone or even score a field goal for that matter. Credit Timpview's defense for their aggressiveness and keeping this Maple Mountain offense absolutely uncomfortable throughout the night.
So, 2nd and 6. Jensen drops back, under pressure, escaping out to the right, and will run for the first down and more. And the ball comes out. Timpview jumps on top of it.
I do believe he was down. I think the ground forced the fumble there.
The referees rule he was down. Good call. But my goodness, we talked about that before the half. Maple Mountain needed to equal themselves back up in the turnover battle. They dug themselves into a deeper hole.
Exactly. Whether it was with another pick there by by Wilkerson earlier in the half there. I mean, Maple Mountain, they just have not been able to catch too much of a break. And as we mentioned, the running clock already going as we are under 30 seconds to go in the third quarter.
1st and 10 from the 38. Jensen takes a snap under immediate pressure, dumps off right. Flag will fly. It's going to be an unnecessary, or a roughing the passer on the defense as they hit the quarterback late there after a gain of 4.
I mean, not much else can be said here. Timpview's aggressive defense leads to that penalty there. A break for Maple Mountain is that'll also stop the clock for them as well. And as you mentioned, partner, it is a roughing the passer. And that should be a 15-yard penalty as well as an automatic first down. Maple Mountain, once again, they are getting good field position. It's not to say they have not been able to move the ball. They just need to be able to cash in on the good field position. This ball will already be over the 50-yard line to start to go into the fourth quarter here.
And it all goes back to that line play. Timpview's had all day in their own backfield. The offensive line is held up.
Exactly.
Whereas Maple Mountain has not been able to protect the quarterback as we end the third quarter, which has caused him to rush throws. He's had to scramble all night long, forcing bad throws, and turnovers have followed.
Exactly. And we will be right back with you at the start of the fourth quarter here in Provo, Utah at Timpview High School.
Welcome back to Provo, Utah, at the base of the mountain here in Thunderbird Stadium. Timpview leads 35-0 if you're just joining us as we start the fourth quarter. It's 1st and 10 for Maple Mountain, trying to just kind of salvage a little bit of something, a little bit of positivity they can carry in to the final week of the season next week.
Exactly. Not a lot offensively that they have been able to do. Hopefully they'll be able to find some kind of offensive continuity here.
So Jensen, shotgun formation, takes a snap. And he's under pressure again, rolling to his right. Still looking downfield, he'll tuck and run for a short gain. Chopped down after 4.
Quarterback scramble for number 11, Mason Jensen.
And partner, I mean, that Timpview aggressiveness on the defense has been an absolute unit tonight. Forcing Jensen out of the pocket once again, not giving them much time to make any kind of play there. Good job by Jensen just to get some kind of positive yardage there.
So Jensen escaping, providing a manageable second down. Opportunity to get a first down, maybe make a short third down if they can execute on this play.
Exactly. At this point, very unlikely you'll mount a comeback. So what you want to do is just find some kind of offensive rhythm, some kind of offensive momentum going into your next game next week.
Timpview sends a blitz as Jensen hangs in there and fires to Morehouse. It's completed for a first down, making men miss, still going out to the 22-yard line.
I mean, he put a couple of guys in the spin cycle there the way that he was able to break those tackles. Those are the type of plays that you'll need that'll give you offensive momentum, even though it may not help you in the end in this game here. It'll drag your offensive momentum into your next game.
Morehouse there showing off some jukes as Jensen fumbles the snap, picks it up, and rolls to his right, and he'll fire to Morehouse again. It's a gain of 1.
Pass complete, number
Good
2.
job for him just to get a throw off there. You fumble the snap there. You roll to the short side of the field. That has disaster written all over it. He did a good job just to get the ball out there.
So, disaster avoided for now. For the most part, they are down 35.
Exactly. I mean, like I said, you have to just find some kind of offensive momentum, some kind of offensive rhythm in this game here to take it into the next game. You may not win this game. Obviously, you're down 35, a running clock. Nothing is on your side right now. Just find some momentum. If you do get a touchdown, the clock will stop running, though. So find some way to get some points on the board here.
9:48 and counting. As Jensen drops back, time in the backfield. He'll roll right and throw it. It's picked off again! Timpview with the 4th takeaway of the night.
I mean, what else can be said there? Jensen on the roll once again to the right side of the field. Just did not see number 13 there. That was Latoa Lesa on the interception there. Jensen just rolled to the right. I just don't know how he didn't see him, but he didn't. Lesa with the interception there. Like you said, partner, 4th turnover of the night as Timpview's offense is ready for the field once again.
So Timpview will send out the offense. It looks like the backups are in. Anston, one of the starting running backs, will be taking quarterback snaps.
I mean, and I would say this is unfamiliar, but we've been to enough Timpview games. This has been a familiar sight late in these games where Anston gets his run at quarterback.
So the multi-position athlete takes the snap and he'll keep it, running to the left, patient running, but ultimately stopped after a gain of 1.
And once again, if you're Timpview, you have a running clock on your back here. Just keep the ball on the ground. Just wear down this Maple Mountain defense even more. If you're Maple Mountain's defense, play for pride at this point. Do not give up any more points to this potent Timpview offense. I mean, what else can be said about Timpview? We've seen games where they're up 40-0 at the half. So, Timpview's offense is clearly very dynamic, and this defense can do what they can to keep them out of the end zone one more time tonight.
Anston will hand off to James Gregory, who breaks free for a first down. Big hit laid on him at the 37. But should Timpview score again, they will be the 4th straight week of putting up 40 or more points
on regional opponents. I mean, what else can be said? This Timpview offense is cooking on all cylinders right now. They will be a dangerous team to watch next week, as playoff time comes around. And they are the defending state champions as well in the 5A. So keep an eye on this team as they especially round into offensive form.
Anston takes the snap, and it's a handoff for a short gain. That's 3-yard gain there, bringing up 2nd and 7. That was number 35 on the carry. His first carry of the night is DC Fanua.
The sophomore running back, it looks like there. Excuse me. Yes. DC Fanua, the sophomore running back there. First time we called his name. Once again, in the shotgun, Timpview here.
Anston will keep it out to the right, and he's bottled up. It'll be a loss of 5, 6, maybe 7, depending on where they mark it. It'll be a 5-yard loss.
And again, if you're Maple Mountain's defense, play with some pride here. Do not let them score. You put them in a 3rd and down here. Give your offense a chance to score once again. Build up that momentum. Find some rhythm in your game here so you can take it into next week here as you try to find a way. You may end up seeing Timpview down the road again in the playoffs here. Find a way to stop their offense now. Start working on that.
3rd and 12. 6:50 to go in the quarter. Anston, his first pass of the night, is off target on the screen pass. That'll bring up 4th and 12. Maple Mountain will get the ball back with an opportunity to score.
And if you're Maple Mountain, once again, you're not going to win this game, but find some offensive rhythm. Find a way to get into the end zone here. Show that you can finish as a team. It's not like you haven't been into Timpview territory. You have been in Timpview territory nearly every single drive of the game here, but you need to find a way to finish. Getting points on the scoreboard is so good for you mentally as the punt comes.
The punt is sent short line drive, and it will bounce and die at the 40 and take a Maple Mountain bounce out to the 42. That thing just, it landed and died there.
It died. I mean, that is textbook just short punt there. Once again, good field position if you're Maple Mountain. You're starting at your own roughly about 42, 43 yard line there. You have good field position. You need to find a way to put this ball in the end zone.
Out comes the offense for the Golden Eagles.
Clock continues the run here as we are under 6 minutes.
They will also throw backups in the game. In quarterback is Sawyer Lifeson. The wide receiver is your backup as he'll take the snap and pitch it to the right. Number 18 on the carry will get about 5 yards. That's Max Stonebreaker. Wide receiver moved to running back.
I mean, very common sight to see in high school here. We see it with Timpview. We see it with Maple Mountain. Skill position players also who play quarterback. So, I mean, good job for them to get their backups and get them a little run here against a potent Timpview defense as well. Let's see if they can punch it into the end zone here, get some points on the board for this Maple Mountain offense.
So he struggled for a little more than 5. It's going to be a 2nd and 2. As Lifeson fumbles the handoff, Timpview on top of it, or are they? Maple Mountain maybe got on top at the end.
Got it back there at the end, which would be a huge break for them. If not, it'll be.
But my goodness, nearly a 5th turnover.
I mean, there's not. At that point, that's on the quarterback for not securing the ball there. But I mean, coaching-wise, you got to tell your players that ball security is so important here. And when you fumble a snap like that, you're putting it in danger there, but you're not giving your offense a chance to run. You're not giving yourself a chance to find rhythm. And once again, behind the sticks is Maple Mountain's offense.
Looks like there's some confusion between the quarterback and the running back. Not indecision there on if he's going to give it or take it, and ultimately the ball was on the ground. Fortunate to get it back as Timpview sends a blitz. And the pocket holds up relatively well as Lifeson will scramble out, and he'll get a first down. It held up for just long enough for him to escape.
I mean, Timpview, there's not many teams, I would say, that would send a 6-man blitz when you're up 35 in the 4th quarter. But Timpview is one of those teams. But a phenomenal job by Maple Mountain to just hold up against the blitz, like you said. The running back picked up the blitz. The linebackers coming in off of the A and the B gaps there did a great job, and it's a first down for Maple Mountain here.
Under 4 minutes to go in the game. And the ball is fumbled yet again, but Lifeson grabs it, just unable to grab the snap.
I mean, partner, at this point, Lifeson has to secure the ball. That's 3 plays already where 2 plays where the ball has been on the ground. You cannot do that to your offense if you want to find an offensive rhythm. At that point, keep your eyes on the ball until it is secure. You cannot be putting the ball at harm's risk like this.
2nd and 16 from their own 49. Golden Eagles scoreless on the night as Lifeson will take the snap and secure it. He'll throw it out to the right. Morehouse on the reception. Tries to get around the defender, but sure hands on the defense there for Timpview to make the stop after 6 yards.
And Timpview's defense continues to be aggressive towards the ball. They gang tackle. They do a great job of locating the ball and forcing these Maple Mountain receivers and skill position players to fight for every single yard. And once again, it's a 3rd and long. Looks to be about a 3rd and 10 here for Maple Mountain.
So as we wind down under 3 minutes, Timpview has shown multiple times throughout the year why they are 5A state title favorites. There's honestly no one that has looked nearly as dominant as this team tonight.
I mean, Timpview in every facet, special teams, defense, offense, you name it.
Lifeson will throw it over the middle, tipped, and ultimately drops for an incompletion.
He had his receiver running the seam there. And unfortunately, he just slightly overthrew it, was unable to hit his receiver. If you watch this play again, he actually had his receiver running up the seam there. He just slightly overthrew him, was unable to connect with him. Just had him right there in the seam, just unable to make that play.
So that'll bring up 4th and 10.
As the punting unit comes out here.
Golden Eagles long ago conceded this game, probably about 7-8 minutes ago, and they'll just punt it away.
Can't really blame them too much. Timpview's defense has been absolutely suffocating. A low snap.
And the punt gets away. It's high, and it will be muffed, but ultimately picked up. Timpview, flag flies as the return man is corralled at the 14-yard line. Lots of penalties. Another late penalty thrown on the far sideline.
Interesting decision there. And
it looks like maybe a fan ran on the field for Maple Mountain.
I do believe the first flag will be a block in the back. But I mean, at this point, if you're Timpview, you just run the clock out. You could be aggressive, you could assert your dominance, get to that 40-point mark, but I think you still sent a message tonight. Maple Mountain is no pushover team. Maple Mountain, by maxpreps.com, they're the 14th team in the state. Timpview is 4th. Obviously, that's still a 10-position difference, but Maple Mountain is no pushover. They are 7-1 on the season, soon to be 7-2. They will be in the playoffs here for Utah.
So, as things stand right now, for the second time this year, Timpview will shut out a region foe. And we're now for some garbage time. The week following the first shutout, it would be 3.
Exactly. So, I mean, this Timpview defense has only improved throughout the year. And I can't wait to see what they look like in playoff football. Not only that, but also this Timpview offense, as they are firing on every cylinder right now, making the defensive life absolutely miserable for any defensive back and defensive players that they face. There was an unsportsmanlike penalty on Maple Mountain, pushing Timpview out of the shadow of their own goal line here. They do line up in shotgun, though. Do you think Timpview will still continue to be aggressive here?
I think they'll just hand it off. Just keep that offensive rhythm, maybe get a few more reps in for these backups, and run this clock out. They'll throw a screen out to the right, and that is bottled up after a 2-yard gain.
I mean, I guess there's a reason why we're up in the stands and the coaches are down there coaching. They are choosing to remain aggressive here on this final drive with the clock running.
2nd and 8 as we go under a minute to play. This will be possibly the last play, second to last play certainly, of this ball game.
Looks like they may be lining up here under center.
It looks like victory formation, every team's favorite.
If you're in victory formation, you clearly did something right.
Anston will take a knee, and that will do it for us tonight. The Timpview Thunderbirds improved to 4-0 in region play, setting up a region title showdown with their arch rival Orem Tigers next Wednesday.
And I mean, partner, Timpview, an absolutely dominating performance tonight on the offense, on the defense, and on the special teams. Everything absolutely clicking, especially after that first quarter for Timpview. Phenomenal job for them here. Great. I mean, Maple Mountain, again, still a really good team. Still have a chance to get the boat right next week. And there's a chance these two teams may meet again in the playoffs.
Maple Mountain eliminated from region title contention after this one. So, that'll do it for us tonight. We'll see you next week with Timpview and Orem.